Feel that this is the beginning of the end for COVID, and I feel very proud that I'm able to start the fight against it.
Experts wants to bring about the beginning of the end.
The end of the pandemic era, that is.
That this long 10-month nightmare may be over.
It may be the beginning of the end, but health officials warn this pandemic is far from over.
That all of us in the Senate will look back on what we accomplished 9 months ago with the unanimous passage of the CARES Act, look at the need and the suffering in our states, and look forward. We are at the beginning of the end of this
relentless drive to save lives. We created medicines in record speed. And as the world learned last week, we have come to the beginning of the end of the coronavirus pandemic, and people are already receiving the first safe and effective coronavirus vaccine all across America.
Folks and all your colleagues, thank you.
Laura, I think this is the beginning of the end of the pandemic. I'm very serious.
Oh, wow. This is unbelievable.
Right away, and now we have 400 people on that list. I am just so excited that people trust us and are as excited as I am that this is the beginning of the end of this pandemic.
Program for COVID-19 starting this week marks the beginning of the end of the pandemic.
And it's the beginning of the end of this pandemic. We're not there yet. It's so important that people keep doing the things we know we need to do, following the rules and the basics to make sure we keep this under control. But we can now see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about trying to get responsible one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same things that are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.